Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for November the 29th. Holy moly. Happy birthday, sister. I thought her birthday was tomorrow. No, it's today. To Lee, my sister, my older sister. Happy birthday, dear. And Drunken Heretic says, I so happy. And by the way, we are joined this morning by Tess and Chris, who actually were here before I was here. Let me make sure.
Just a tad.
Yeah, still. So why are you so happy, Drunken Heretic? What have you done? Or is it because of the new ship?
There must be something more to it. The ship's been around for 2 days now.
Yeah, but a lot of people here in the States left on earlier in the week to go to places for Thanksgiving. Traditionally, Thanksgiving is the busiest holiday weekend from that Tuesday to Sunday out of the calendar year.
Plus you got like Friday next day, so it's like from one insanity to the other.
I'm actually going to do some shopping today. I'm going to order a bed, because I haven't had a bed in years and I'm entitled to a bed. I can't find the one I have a mattress. I have an air mattress, but I don't have a bed, so every time the dogs jump on the bed slides, because it actually doesn't weigh very much. And I thought, fine, I've bought other bedroom furniture, I'm buying a bed. It'll take about 3 weeks to get here, so perfect. Mattresses are on sale today, so I will go get a real mattress and arrange to get that delivered.
It's not on sale today, like, Jesus.
Well, unfortunately, two of the things I want. One is a fruitcake that I'm ordering for my Christmas present to myself. It's not on sale. But it's only
orders probably not, but everything else. It's
$35, so I don't care. And I did buy Zen for all of my accounts yesterday.
Ooh,
yes, I bought out the event, the Tholian event.
Oh yeah.
So that should make sure that I think I'm now done on the whole meta event for the 2 accounts from Ed. So he now will have stuff.
Oh, look at me forgetting to actually claim the prize for the event yesterday.
You don't forget that. It's not that great, but it's fun. But that means I don't have to go back and play Bug Hunt again this year. Yay! Unless I want to. Yay! Yay!
Why would anyone want to play Bug Hunt?
If I had, I don't know, ground damage? It might be ground damage. I can't think of anything else. Yeah. Drunken Heretic says the Macrovirus kit is meh. That's kind of what I'd heard. Mar Hawkman likes the Drunken Heretic, but
I phase out when he starts.
But
adding too much lore.
He does know all that lore. It's just amazing.
I know. I mean, I'd like to know lore, but it's just like, wow, is your brain an encyclopedia?
His is, I swear to God. And there are things I used to know that much about, and probably still do on some of the weirder technical stuff I know. But that's an impressive amount of info.
Alright, done my polar damage.
Alright.
Thank goodness. Well, the Borg were plentiful today on the Furrow, so...
They are.
This is their worst assimilation attempt ever in the history of the Borg.
And I've invited you two to the game.
Nope. Sorry.
That's okay, I just sent the invites out. I know that Cliff is around. If he's in chat or listening in, Cliff, if you want to join us, we got room to have a party. We're going to go do Swarm.
I also got some Vault ships in the distance view, which is kind of
It is kind of I had it on this account.
30 of them. 30 of them, can you freaking imagine?
Well, you've got enough DPS when they have the big, main battle at the end of it. You can knock them out. And the other thing is, if you get the name...
The Dreadnought doesn't count like multiple ships, so it's just... I can destroy a Dreadnought, but it's not going to do anything much for me.
But there's also the named ships that appear in the northeast section. Well, not too northeast, near the base, but northeast. And it'll drop 30 ships. You just have to beat them all. But you've got DPS, so you can actually beat them all. For me, it's just pew, 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 pew. I get bored.
A little better than 60 Gorn.
I had 60 Gorn yesterday and went down to whatever planet that is. What planet is there? Nimbus. Why do we have all of our planets starting with N? Nimbus, New Kara, New Romulus.
Vulcan changed to Navarre in the future. That's another N word.
Yeah, that's all I need is more N-words. Anyway, I get down there, and there's only one instance open, and I'm doing the groan. And then I realize there's only 6 players in that instance. Because it's Thanksgiving morning, and probably people are either driving or starting to cook. So I did my 60, went down and prepped my spanakopita, which was the best spanakopita I've ever made. I have no idea what I did right, but it was so good. And then came back up, did some more stuff, went back downstairs, made an apple pie. That was not my best apple pie ever. I borrowed somebody else's crust recipe for the pastry. Versus using my mother's version of it, which is pour some flour into a bowl, add some shortening and some butter, chop it up, add some water, roll it out. If it's not enough crust, start over and make some more. I love my mom's cooking. Not much on the ingredient list in terms of how much you put in, but it's some of this, some of that. If it doesn't look right, she adds more of this or some more of that.
What's the point of enhanced universal tech upgrade?
It was a
kind
thing.
Of a single thing.
It was a thing before we started doing other tech upgrades. Right, Loki? I'm going to put you on the ground.
The universal kit module microvirus array is non-upgradable. You can't make it better. That sucks.
Yeah, well. Did you want to spend money on it?
No.
Well, there you go. Okay, I'm going to queue us up here for Swarm. We will.
It popped up immediately.
Well, yeah, we will. Yeah, people want to get it done this morning and then go out shopping. So pre-COVID, it was getting to the point where after Thanksgiving dinner, stores would start opening for Black Friday, like at midnight.
Jesus.
Yeah, and people would be out there standing in line to get stuff. And I was at that point in life where I wasn't buying presents for anybody anymore. I didn't need to. But the coffee shop, there was this little family coffee shop that starting at midnight gave free plain coffee to anybody who was going out shopping.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, it's midnight. I want to go get one of my fancy schmancy coffees. So I would drive over to the local coffee shop, give myself the not free fancy schmancy coffee, and that was my beginning of the Christmas holiday. Was always their eggnog latte.
Eggnog latte?
Yeah, instead of using like milk or cream for your latte, you foam some eggnog. Heat it up and froth it up, and you pour it into your espresso. It's really quite pleasant. A little sweet, a little creamy, very tasty. Hint of nutmeg.
It has vanilla, cinnamon, and honey, isn't it? And some muscat, is it correct?
For eggnog?
Yeah.
Usually it would be nutmeg.
It's not something we have traditionally here.
I'm trying to think
what
else.
I'm just looking online what...
Yeah, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla. Typically, if you're drinking real, it would have brandy in it.
Yeah.
I don't do alcoholic eggnog just because I would be so buzzed so fast it wouldn't even be funny. Because that stuff's good.
Yeah, brandy, rum, or whiskey is usually what is being added to it. Usually United States, both Americas, part of Europe. Sometimes for Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm. We do glug, Swedish glug, for Christmas Eve.
Glug, I know what is.
Actually, isn't much of a thing. We do have Ayer cognac, which is kind of like it's the Advocat.
Oh, yes.
It's the closest thing I can imagine it being.
Well, the glug I make is red wine based, but when my cousin comes over, he brings me either the port based ones or the brandy based ones, which are Starkvinsk glug, and there's another name for it. But that stuff's got a kick to it. But homemade, it's just red wine. It's nothing fancy. And pour a cup, stick it in the microwave, because having very little water in it, it gets hot easily, but it doesn't stay hot.
Right.
I'll tell you, coming in from a cold day, hot red wine, sweet, all those herbs and spices in it, yum, yum. Probably should go to the liquor store and buy some, but I think I've got like 6 bottles left from my cousin's last visit, so maybe I won't make it from scratch this year.
I can't remember last time I actually had any alcohol.
Last night for me. But I deserved it last night.
Nah, I just don't like to poison my body. I don't like how I feel after alcohol in general. I never enjoyed it. It usually either puts me to sleep.
Mm-hmm. That's why I had it last night.
Or it makes me dizzy. I don't enjoy being like in a...
Well, here's the thing.
social engagement and starts feeling sleepy and dozy. That just makes no point.
It's becoming more and more socially acceptable here to not drink.
What do you mean socially acceptable? If a social gathering doesn't accept someone who's not drinking, then
oh no! For a long time in the U.S., if you weren't drinking, people would put alcohol in your whatever you're drinking and say, "Oh no, join the party, relax, loosen up."
Alcoholic, and then just want to get it out in the open.
They wanted it to become socially acceptable to just be absolutely drunk, and having a family of alcoholics in part. Yeah, no, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I'd go to a party and people would be like, "I'm not drinking." They'd be like, "That's fine, and no worries. Just make sure everybody knows so they don't push into it."
One would think that America would have just already gone through all those.
Nope, it's still
aspects. Like Europe has never been shunning people for not drinking. I don't remember that time. I mean, I don't go that far, and I mean, I don't know what happened in the 70s because I wasn't around that time. But I guess no one ever mentioned that not drinking is a bad thing, or like it's has socially unacceptable thing. Jesus.
I mean, if you have a reason you don't want to drink, but you don't want to make it public, it's really easy to just go, "Hey, I'm the designated driver," and nobody argues.
Yeah, that wouldn't slide here in Poland. Not everyone could afford a car for quite a long time, so designated driver was not a thing.
Here, definitely a thing. And like on Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Christmas Day, the police do stop any car that's got erratic driving. Too many bad things happen. My son wanted me to come over for New Year's Eve, and I'm thinking, yeah, just because I won't drink and drive doesn't mean some other idiot won't drink and drive.
Yeah, and won't drive into you. No?
That's the point, yeah. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to stay home and watch Godzilla -1.
No, I still haven't seen that.
It's very good for being such an...
I've heard all the good stuff about it. It's just like it's not on any platforms I have.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay for a monthly...
No. Just give it a little bit more time and it'll pop up on more.
I mean, it's a regionalization, because I know it's been on Prime, but not in here. Not regionally. I'm not going to pay for a VPN to watch it. Here in Poland, I have Prime, but Prime didn't show it here.
I didn't get it on Prime either.
Well, I've heard that it's been on Prime in some countries, like UK, I think, but it hasn't been here, so, like, yeah, whatever. That's not helpful to me, anyway.
Well, if and when the opportunity presents itself, definitely a good movie, and unlike some movies which make sense right now, in 10 years they don't carry it, I think it'll still hold all its value 10 years from now.
Well, if a movie is good, even if it came out in the 70s, it's still going to be considered a good one. Even if
exactly.
Elements of it will be outdated, it's still going to be considered a good one, even if it might not look the most up to today's standards, People still love The Godfather.
Yeah,
and that movie has been for a while.
But that's because, again, you've got well-written characters, a plot that, while has a specific time frame in mind, is something you can still resonate with. Speaking of movies that may not hold their value, the movie Wicked came out, the adaptation of the stage play, a musical rather, and I'm getting so many mixed reviews from so many different people of the, if you love musical theater, you will probably love this. And that always is like, but I like musical theater, but I don't like the you will probably love this.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing is, if you saw the theater version, you probably won't love this. Apparently they've done some changes to the music, added a bunch of songs, and I think the one comment I heard was it's just too much music. It's well done music, though, but it's a lot of music.
It's the same with the Little Mermaid remake.
Right.
They added more songs to it, which just made the movie longer. Those songs aren't bangers either, so
Yeah.
you're like, there's a rapping section, which
Yes,
I
I've
despise the
heard
person
that.
who added it. I despise. I wish them bad things happened to them, like Ferengi bad things happen to them.
Ferengi bad things.
Yeah. There's this now Ridley Scott running on nostalgia yet again. I'm just saying he's in his late George Lucas prequel era.
Oh,
Because
well,
he's trying to judge every iconic franchise he's ever made, or like a movie he's ever made, and he's trying to profit of it by making a not so great sequel. And Gladiator 2 isn't holding well.
yeah, that's a shame because I wanted to go see it, and then I'm starting to see the reviews.
Oh, nothing saves it. Not even Papi Pascal is helping this film.
Darn it, because I love him and wanted to see it because he was in it.
No, I know. My friend who's a big fan, and like she absolutely has the same adoration for him. She's like, no, even Papi didn't help. I was like,
no. Darn it!
I have an archaeologist on TikTok and on YouTube.
Which one?
Bear. She's from the US, I think. So
I don't know her.
Annalise Bear. Oh my God, she's amazing. She's been to a lot of places that she actually leads tours frequently into the antiquity regions like Greece and Egypt, especially. She's posted a TikTok on the Grand Egyptian Museum as soon as it opened because she happened to be there.
You did mention that, yes. I remember you talked about that.
And she just have seen the Gladiator, and like being a big ancient Roman fan herself, she wanted to like give it a go, but
yeah.
Historical accuracy wasn't even a thing in the first one, but at least there was a good, compelling story. It wasn't representative of the time period very well, but there was some still elements like visual. This one did
not so much.
I mean, she appreciated that there's a party there, there's a party scene. I don't know, I haven't seen the film, so I don't know even at which point in the movie it happens. Women are awfully marginalized in this film. There's barely any women, and one of the actresses actually been cut out of it, even though she was supposed to be very big in that. But
good morning, Ed.
Hey, Ed. And she was actually very happy about the hairstyle of some women in that party, but everything else was like, ugh.
Oh my God, if the best thing you can say is the hair is period authentic, that's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing, no. Because like Roman women who were like of nobility would never let their hair down, because that was considered promiscuous. So they would always have their hair very tidy into like some sort of form. And there was a period of time where the hairstyle was very specific because all women followed one of the emperor's mothers, who was a very trendsetter at the time, and everyone wanted to have her hairdo if they were from upper class or anything like it. If they wanted to mean anything in the society, they had that hairstyle. So they were always very tidy curls in a very tidy form, nothing loose. God forbid any loose hair, and she really saw that, and it was like, oh, women in the background had it, but the main women had her hair loose, and it was like, oops.
Good, so we have one reason to go watch it. Dang it. Okay, so we have a brand new theater that just opened up here called the Alamo, and it's similar to Flick's Brewhouse in that they have a built-in restaurant. And it's much closer. It's almost walking distance from here. It's not quite walking distance, but probably a mile away. And I'm thinking, perfect, because the other one's a 20, 30-minute drive away. And it's quite lovely, but if I've got one that's a mile away, I'm going to go there.
Is it normal for theaters to have restaurants in there?
No, it's not. They usually have the popcorn soda pop. Maybe if they're fancy, they have nachos.
Oh, wow.
That's it. And candy, of course. Fancy. Yeah. But
is it also normal that in the US, like, I don't know how it is over there, but if you go to a movie theater and you want to buy nachos, you probably will overpay for it 3 or 4 times normal price?
Yeah, absolutely you will. Absolutely. So typically, if I'm going to a regular place, if I absolutely have to eat something, and I usually can avoid eating something, I'll smuggle in a box of candy and buy a drink. And then again, we were at the Baby Metal concert on Tuesday, and I just wanted some water. It was very hot, very crowded, so I went up and got a bottle of water. $7 for a bottle of water. And they asked for a tip.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, what the heck, no problem.
Tipping is another thing in the States I don't really get. Although it tried to assimilate itself here.
Good morning, Brookie Love. Tipping in the U.S., because they have tipping for anybody, actually, but food service people can be paid as little as $2 an hour because they are thinking they can make up the remaining $14 an hour out of tips, which they have to share with other people in the department. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, Brookie. I hope you're doing good, too. It's reasons why people who are in low-level waitressing jobs very rarely get out of them, because you never get out of that debt. But at the same time, when I go to a good restaurant, which I haven't done in years, but let's say I go to a steakhouse and the total bill for 3 people is $400 or $500. Those servers, the waiters, get $200 tips on that.
Ooh.
But they deliver the service. I mean, it's really top-notch. And again, they still have to share that with everybody. So the people who bust the tables, the people who wash the dishes, all of that, those tips get pooled and divided out proportionately. But generally, a top-end waiter can bring in better money than I make. That's for dang sure. But they're good. They're really good.
Yeah, but they're like, they know that they have to have a presence for the table. They have to really work for it.
Years back, I went to the restaurant in the Eiffel Tower at the Paris in Vegas.
Ooh.
And I was there by myself because I wanted to try a nice French meal. And the person who was my server, I won't call him a waiter, but was my server, happened to be from Chicago.
Oh.
And so the first thing that happens, even before I look at the menu, is we get into a discussion about who's got the best Italian beef in Chicago.
Oh my God!
Because it's a Chicago thing, and I'm a Big Al's, but he was a Johnny's, which I get. Johnny's is really good. So after we discussed that for a while, he gives me the menu, and what would you like? I'm like, oh, well, he goes, okay, and takes the menu away, and starts bringing me food. He's like,
what?
Do you like lamb? Yeah, okay, hang on a second. And so it's just a plate. He brings me a plate with a single lamb chop on it, perfectly presented. And the next thing is a plate with 1 spoonful of this appetizer. And the next plate is this. And it's like 30 different bites of everything that the chef is making in the kitchen.
Wow,
an amazing meal.
Yeah, that sounds like it was a very fun experience, and
it was
fancy.
Yeah, it was super fun, super fancy, and clearly showing my appreciation of good Italian beef and being willing to hold an argument about it. Gave me some respect in his eyes, so I got this amazing, really bizarre meal. It was really good. And after that meal, was that the night I went to Quark's? No, that was not the night I went to Quark's, but one night after a pretentious meal that wasn't particularly good, I went to Quark's at the Vegas Experience, Star Trek Experience, and had a creme brulee spoon-fed to me by a waiter, because it was a really dead night.
Oh my God.
And 7 of 9 martinis, which are vodka, chocolate liqueur, and heavy cream.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a good night.
Now I'm craving rice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Strawberry sauce. Oh my God.
Ooh. Ooh. Sounds good. What shall we do, folks? I got my frigates.
Well, I'm working slowly on my bath. I could do some Tholian ships, but I just got only 5, so I don't know, there's no point in starting.
Yeah, well, but we could still have
fine. We can go to the Archer system.
Yeah, we can all go to Archer and have some fun.
I'm in Dyson Sphere working through my...
Well, you do your Voth, and when you're ready, we'll all go over to...
I've got 30, and it's a complete instance with 10 players, no other instances there, so this is going to take me a while. I'm not moving from here.
Hang on, Taz, let's go to the sphere with him, and we can team up on the kills.
Still, everything's complete in blue. Oh, the Dreadnoughts are coming.
Yeah, the Dreadnoughts are coming, the purpley ones, right?
You guys swarm with other ships, right?
Yeah, but we gotta team you up so we can all get some kills, so I'm on my way over. It'll be a moment.
There is already a player that's wiping them out. Leave some for me.
Well, I usually send a real quick message of, hey, can we team? Are you in the... Oh, sorry, you're in the Voth zone, right? Shoot, I wish that was easier to get to.
That's the problem. Takes forever.
Well, if you beam to the ground, then beam straight up on the
Oh, no,
board.
that's what I do, but it's still detrimental to get there.
Yeah, it is. I wish there was an easier way, because you can jump into the Undine. Well, there's the other option. We could go to the Undine zone and wait for the end of everything.
Still probably take longer than trying to kill them up.
Oh, there's not a lot left, is there?
And there's always, like, when I'm dropping into a battle zone or when I need to kill some ships, it's usually complete, usually the only instance, always with full of players, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, game. Yeah, that's great experience.
Taz, Taz is here. There's still a couple battleships up there. Then they get their whole little swarm of things. Let's see what we can do to help you out here.
Need 3 more. Strangely enough, I think I managed to pull it off.
Oh, there's a whole bunch sitting right here, so we'll get them for you.
Yep, done it.
Well, fine, now that we're there.
I just grabbed both swords because these 2 dreadnoughts were next to each other. So that helped.
It's gonna take too long, Mom. Blah, 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 blah. We can't get the alien ships. Blah, 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 blah. Bang. All done. No, I'm here. I'm going to kill these things. And then we can go do Tholians. Yeah, Cliff, let me send you an invitation. We're going to go do Tholians in a minute, Cliff. And you are more than welcome to join us. We can go over to Archer. How many Tholians do you have?
5.
Oh. Yeah, but Archer's fast and fun.
Yeah, I don't mind Archer. Plus, when you need to pick up anomalies, kind of anomalies. No, not salvage.
Space materials.
Yeah,
space
harvest materials in
I
space,
usually do
in that system alone, so that's sometimes completes the entire endeavor.
So the trick is, if you've got 6, you go in, you take out the space mats, leave, don't kill anything, don't engage, don't do anything, and then you can come right back in. There's no cooldown, as long as you don't engage.
They respawn?
Yeah. It'll respawn if you're out for like 30 seconds or more. And as long as you haven't engaged with them, you're fine. So let's all head over to Archer.
Right.
Alright, Cliff, we're heading to Archer now. Oh. So I woke up at like 11 o'clock in absolute pain. My arms are aching and my chest is aching, and I know enough to know that that's potentially not a good thing. And I'm just lying there, and the dogs decide, yes, we need to cuddle very tightly with Mom so she can't move and stretch, because I'm sure it's from overdoing it at the gym. Wednesday at the gym was very bad. Very, very bad.
We'll go crawl back into bed.
How are you feeling?
Not great.
Any better from the last 2 days?
A little. The meds are helping getting things out of the lungs.
Okay. Well, yeah, you just take it easy. I'm going to get the stuff for pizza for dinner, homemade. Pepperoni, sausage, or just cheese? What's your preference?
Sausage is good.
Okay, I will get some of that for dinner. And there's still some chicken downstairs in the fridge, so I'm going to be gone in and out with the doggers most of the day.
If I give you the bottle for the tussin, can you pick me up another one?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got 1 dose left on this one.
Okay, I can run out and get that. When's your next dose due?
In 6 hours.
Oh, okay, fine. No worries. I'll run out and get that early.
Well, good thing out of all this is that he's still around. Hasn't moved out, because if that hit him when he moved out... Ooh.
Yeah.
Handling this all alone is... I know, because I had to tackle my COVID alone, and that was awful.
Yeah, when I was sick, like, last Friday, I sent out this little pathetic email to my son going, "Mom's sick," and he's like, "I'm on my way." "No, you don't have to, I'm fine." "No." "What do you want?" "Yeah. Okay, I will bring you chicken soup, and I will bring you Sprite, and fortunately he's got keys, so he lets himself in. So yeah, not having anybody makes life really tough.
Oh, hi, Fluffer.
Hello, Fluffers.
I can tell when he's feeling alright by just the look in his eyes.
Yeah.
Come on, this is your bed just as much as it's mine. Why do you have to have me in it?
No, it's a rule. It is a rule. Okay, lay down, get some sleep in. I will get you your tussin, put it by your door. Put your empty one by the door when you're done with your dose, so I know which one to get.
I have the box. I'll put it on the banister.
Okay, that works. And as the Chiron is stating, no, I don't want to go to deep space. I want to go to Archer. It took me right past Archer.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Huh.
Almost.
So today's coffee, brought to you by Gun Barrel Coffee, is Zero Dark 30, which is a medium dark roast. Very flavorful, though. Why is it not letting me go in? Come on, bring me closer to Archer.
There
we go. Cliff, when you get to Archer, just go ahead and let yourself in.
Anyone's asking about the size of my dog.
The size of your dog?
The size and general look of my pupper. We posted him in a lounge.
Oh, I don't check my emails fast enough. Oh, you woo. He shut your woofer.
Yep. I was gaming and he was sleeping.
Aw. Cliff, come join us for the melee. I saw he was at Archer, but he's not in yet.
People say that this ship is weak and I don't fly it, and I think it's a mistake because it's such a beautiful vessel. I'm in the Parliament.
I was going to ask.
I barely see any in space. I tend to bring it out and about every once in a while because I really just enjoy flying it.
Every now and then I'll bring out an older ship that I haven't used, like my Estica or Estica or whatever you call it. And people are like, oh,
pronunciation of it.
I have no idea. And no one's clarified it, so I'm going to call it an Estica, and if you don't like it, well, that's not my problem. I mean, it's a Vodware ship. It does amazingly well, except for the fact...
it turns like a brick.
It would envy turning like a brick.
That's true, that's an understatement.
Yeah. So, I did pick up the Tholian core for this ship, I believe. I bought out the Tholian event so I could finish this up. Where did I put it? There's my T6s.
Ah, you're warping out.
Yeah,
oh no, there you are.
I'm right here. There it is. Let's see, I have to have a dead space.
Looks like a love child of Galaxy class Sovereign and Cerritos in California class. Kinda looks funny. Don't like it though.
Oh, I have to have 3 empty ones to open that up. Hang on. So this one's just the Typhoon, I think. Yeah, this is just the Typhoon. The Astika's on my Rami, my primary Romulan, who I kind of should take over to the Romulan Star Empire, but she's my main tune for the Klingons on this side, so... Thank you. I like it. If it says salvage, not salvage, and you click salvage, it only shows you one thing. But if you hit the other salvage button, it's got a bunch. What is that? I don't care about that. There we go. Now I've got some space, so to speak.
There you are. Surveyor cruiser. What kind of designation is that? Surveyor.
I have no idea. It's an older one.
Well, that's
So-
the thing. It's for the Parliament. It's a miracle worker surveyor cruiser. I mean, I know it's a heavy engineering cruiser.
So I opened up the Tholian technology suite, and I do not see the engine. Where did it go?
Oh no. Did it run away? Is it
Yeah, it did.
engine itself away?
I asked it to equip, and it did not. It's...
Maybe because there was no room to put
No,
it
I
in?
opened... See, there's 4 spots open. I opened some spots.
Oh, you still have some in the overflow.
Yeah, I'm leaving it down there, so I've got some open spots till I get back. Son of God, I opened that specifically so I could do that, and it's not there.
Did you accidentally salvage it?
I don't think so. I just looked at my salvage list, and that wasn't there.
Look at retrieve. And the replicator
Yeah.
is also retrieve.
Yeah, see, it's only showing those 2.
Hmm.
Oh, I like your little emoji there, Cliff. Hang on, let's do...
No, I don't know what it did.
I don't know either. It's an event, so it's a reclaim. That's, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, still.
But it's not in the reclaim either. The Tholian stuff wasn't ground. Oh, the technology suite is ground. I thought the technology suite for the Tholian trouble was space. So where do we get the Tholian engine from if it's not from the event? It's a lockbox? No. Yep, but it's not in there. It's not there. Not there either. Oh well. Hang on a second. Gosh darn it. Tholian nucleating warp core is coming out of looming threats. Which was an event, not the Tholian trouble one. So it was a different event I didn't play. It was back in May before I started picking up this tune. Well, gosh darn it. My entire existence on this planet has been made meaningless because I cannot get that Tholian warp core. What should we do next?
That is a very good question. We haven't done the Borg. I think
We have not Borg. Do you Borg ground or Borgy space?
I heard you say Borg ground in one sentence. I'm confused.
Let me jump over to my other account and see what they've got. Since everything I've got
Fine.
left here is ground, and we don't really want to play ground, because,
Nah.
Chris can't play ground. Meh, 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 meh.
I play this game to fly ships, not run around ground. If I want to run around ground, I play different games. Because they have a better ground traversal system. For one. They haven't done a thing to make ground any fun, so I'm like, why am I supposed to play
It's
that?
a matter of perspective. I enjoy my ground.
That's because you don't play any other games and you don't know if it can be better.
That's true, though. Part of last night was watching...
I had a good argument there,
It's
haven't
a
I?
perfectly valid argument. Yesterday, while I was at my son's, we were watching somebody who'd done some interesting videos for Final Fantasy XIV, which is what son's roommate plays a lot. Mar Hockman says, Hive Ground Elite is fun. Yes, it is, if you've got the proper tunage for it. Which I do on one account, not this account. Cliff and Chris, I sent you invitations.
Just warped into the system, and I have it here.
All right, I've got nothing. So we can play anything you want to.
I have nothing. Just those.
Yeah, this is nothing. Got an ad incoming, which is fine. Coming in 3 minutes. Guys, just want to do something for just fun?
I only do
I'm up
stuff
for
for
anything.
fun.
Let me see what
I
that
need to
is.
distract my brain from ice cream.
Ice cream.
From what?
Ice cream.
Oh,
He wants ice cream with strawberry sauce.
why would you need ice cream with?
Because, well, you're talking about ice cream. I'm getting a really bad ice cream headache all of a sudden. Weeble?
Rice
Capucine, Weeble,
Not
Detect-
ice cream. Rice cream.
Rice cream.
rice cream. What's that?
Let me show you.
Never heard of a rice cream.
There's a Swedish dessert and I think a Danish dessert, which is you make like a risotto, rice that's cooked slowly, but instead of using stock, you use milk, and you add sugar and a little bit of butter, and I use cardamom in mine, and then Pi insists you have to put cherries on it. As Swedes, we just eat it as is. It's really good. Really. So traditionally it's called Santa's it's called rice porridge for the basic thing, but then for Christmas Eve you add in whipped cream. Whip up the cream and you stir it in to kind of, fold it in, and sometimes serve it with fruit on top, and it's Santa's rice porridge or something like that, but my family loves that. You posted a picture?
In stream chat.
Yeah, that's what it is. Except we don't do it with the strawberry sauce, Taz. We do it with either...
Where do you put it?
It's in Stream Chat channel.
Stream chat channel. Oh my god.
That is what it is. And like I said, Pi eats it in Denmark, we eat it in Sweden. Good morning, Sav of the whipped cream.
Oh, the whipped cream.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to be much about whipped cream, and now it's like, yeah, it's alright. I'm not crazy about it anymore. Growing old, I think.
I'm from the generation that shouldn't be on the kitchen in any state, so I get it so rarely that when I can get it, I will probably spend a lot of money on it.
Oh my god. Oh.
Well, the whipped cream in this case, you could not whip it and just add heavy cream to it. Oh, but the whipped cream does give a certain lightness, but that stuff is so good. Oh, we got a friendly team here today. Yay.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying hi.
I did notice. That's very nice.
It is. I like that.
Aw, look at me being silly. I didn't bring my favorite torpedoes.
So
I'm barely gonna do it down.
Dante sent me a spreadsheet of all the phaser-related consoles. I'm thinking, what a fine way to start my Christmas weekend, or Christmas month, with a list of those wonderful things I should go shopping for.
Even if it's in Star Trek.
Like
especially when it's in Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm at the point where, the people who are getting presents from me are getting money, so I don't have to go shopping for them. Though last night after dinner at my son's and going, do you have a cutting board that works well? No. Do you have this? No. Do you have a garlic press? No. And then there's the last part of the mashed potatoes they made called for 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. So my son's sitting there peeling 2 to 3 heads of garlic and chopping it up and going, that's a lot of garlic if you're not roasting it first. Recipe calls for 2 to 3 cloves. A clove is not a head, sweetie. Huh. So it was rather garlicky. I still owe you a birthday present, but Sav, you own everything in the world. I mean, what could I get somebody who already has everything, other than all my love and respect, which you already have?
Ice cream.
And rice cream.
You have not succeeded in taking your mind off of it, have you?
No, I
Yeah.
have not.
You know, I'm going to have
even tried.
There's a Final Fantasy XIV cookbook, an official one, that somebody was writing privately, and the developers at Final Fantasy saw it and authorized it and helped them put it into production. This thing is gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so roommates made the sweet potato casserole for dinner, which is a dessert. I don't care what they say. That thing is a dessert. It's amazing. It's delicious.
That sounds awesome.
But it was absolutely beautiful. Stunning pictures.
I found some issues with Star Trek Picard.
Good morning, Joshua.
Good
You
morning.
found issues with Star Trek Picard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, whatever shall they do?
How surprising.
Well,
Issues with a new Star Trek show? No.
Yeah, old Star Trek show. Which issues
so
did you
perfect.
have?
oh, the ones I've just recently found with the Fleet Museum ships.
Meaning?
The Enterprise D and a few other
Yeah.
vessels don't even have the NCC registration or their names.
That's interesting.
They will never get up from that one. They'll never recover.
I'm going to bet that doing it on the budget they had, which was not a big budget, that's one of the things
Picard
that
was stretched between, I think, two different companies that did their CGI scenes. It's possible that the assets just weren't always done by the same people, even
Yeah.
for two different shots. So sometimes it would have been just like you see the same ship twice, but it's done by a different company because it's doing a bit more comprehensible work, but they didn't get the info on the NCC stuff because it was supervised by someone else. Big mess because they had to like divide in between different companies and different makers of it.
Well, I will tell you one story about Picard. One of their big things was getting back onto the D bridge, and they wanted the carpet to be authentic.
Oh yeah, Liz Klotchkowski, which was supervising it, she was very adamant about not bringing a single fluid drink or anything onto
Oh,
the
yeah.
set.
But more than that, finding the carpet, because the carpet was not custom made, it was kind of generic. Think Target. It wasn't Target, but... And, of course, it's long out of production.
Yeah.
Long out of production. So they're trying to figure out what the heck they're going to do to make it work, because, yeah, they got a very small amount of it, because budget.
Yeah.
Yay, we got 3 done. Yay. Heading over
So
to 4.
if they ever wanted to do a prequel of Star Trek Picard with the Galaxy class, they definitely could do that.
Well, if they do a
Well,
prequel, they
the
can
s- the
change
s-
the carpeting.
The
Yeah.
set is actually preserved and it's being safeguarded, so if any need for use of the Enterprise D bridge is ever needed, they can just simply put it back together.
They did a heck of a job making that thing work.
Oh,
Th-
yeah, I saw the reactions of like the old people who were like working on the original,
Oh, yeah.
seeing it.
Mhm.
Oh my god, it was like, they were like astonished, but also in love with that. It's
Yeah.
just, like,
Well-
it's a beautiful gesture to let people who helped create that and whose work they were working off of to actually see that fruit, because it was a labor of love in the end.
Oh,
They
it was,
had
absolutely.
big love for TNG, and they wanted to give a big homage, and I think it worked out pretty well.
I think so, too.
I'm for them for it.
Dave Blass and a lot of the other people who did that set work for the bridge were at the Las Vegas convention, and they were talking about everything going on, why they did what they did, and how difficult it was to do all the little details right. But then, if you watch all of the monitors that are running, that's not CGI. They actually did
No.
that in real time.
I mean, but everything in Picard, they even made those. It's like in the old ones, they were holding the tricorders very still, even in Voyager time, because they were just pasting over in posts an actual screen there that something is being displayed there. It was just a still frame with someone's hand, and the animated element was just added to it. But tricorders in like Picard, they done them with the use of one of those new foldable tree phone smartphones, and they've written the software for it. so they could display stuff and they could be real touchscreens reacting to stuff. And it's so great because they've done that the same thing for like Discovery. So like in the chair of the Discovery, you have those panels with touch screens. Those were actual touch screens from iPads, I think, and they actually made them work as well. So like they were the real touch screens that could really display stuff that they wanted. It's great that technology has went so forward that even average stuff like a phone, smartphone, can be transformed into a workable tricorder prop for a set. And it just, it helps the actors because they interact with something actually in comparison to like what they had to deal with in the past. So it's cool. There is actually a guy on Instagram, and I think he used to be on Twitter, but might be removing himself from there, but he's doing prop replicas.
Oh yes, I've seen him.
Following the same pattern as they did for the production for Picard. So he's even done 5 workable tricorder.
I have seen him.
Oh,
Sav, I will read that comment in a moment.
They look so good. Just my inner nerd was orgasmic. Like it was just so beautiful.
What did somebody call it? Tech porn.
It is tech porn. It is tech porn.
Imagine if they made a functional phone that looked just like a tricorder.
I'm still seeing a niche there, but there is an Android overlay. If you have an Android phone, then you can have an overlay that changes your entire UI.
I have an Android
into Picard era tricorder visuals.
Gimme.
I have it.
Sav says my iPhone looks like a tricorder now.
And it's so great because you can actually map stuff. So you can actually add. Let me see. Give me a second.
Sav says the screens behind Worf on the Enterprise D bridge often had to be covered with black cardboard to reduce the glare. I presume you mean for the cameras, not like bouncing off Picard's head or anything.
It's Total Launcher, and it's a thing you buy for Total Launcher. I'm just trying to find.
I think I want that.
You want that? Oh, I totally recommend it. I had it for like a half a year. Because I'm so excited. And it's so funny because when you pull it out in public and you use it for normal apps, you can totally have most of like apps openable. You can customize stuff, move it around. There are animated elements you can add and move about in that. And just people look at that and say, what the hell is that? It has animated readings and like ship 3D views and stuff. Like, what the hell is this? People just don't know. It's so cool to like make people like in public transport, for instance. I was like using it very frequently just to show off, and people were like looking, what the hell is this? So cool.
You know my efforts of doing dilithium farming.
Yes, your 3.2 million dilithium farming thing.
Yeah.
That one?
I've now got 11 tunes to do it on now.
Fine, just rub that salt into my open wound of being broke on my dilithium at the moment. But I have Zen. I have Zen right now.
How many tunes do you have?
52. 52.
52 over 5 account?
4 accounts. The 5th one is just one I'm babysitting for somebody.
Where the hell are you?
I don't know. Let me take
Object Total Interface, and it has a TNG variant and it has a 25th century variant as well. So you just look for Trek Total Interface?
Yeah, it's on Google Play. It's $4.50 in the States. Good reviews, fairly high levels.
It's really good stuff.
Oh, yes.
It's really good stuff. Whoever did it, they've done really good job for it.
Name of the company is NST Enterprises, and they've got other ones in there too. They've got Trek Launcher theme sounds, a calculator widget. Oh my gosh, I need a calculator on my phone because mine isn't there.
Isn't that great?
They've got a whole bunch of them.
This is so great. The only thing I need is like actually have a phone that has at least a phone cover that makes it look like a tricorder.
That would be cool, too. Let's see. Okay, Sav says no sweets for me. I'm trying to cut back on sugar. Sav, I highly recommend the increase your protein intake, depending on how much work you do, but my trainer's got me on 170 grams of protein every day. By the time you shove that much protein down your throat, the thought of sugar is like, ugh, I don't want to eat anything. About 3 days in, you're burned on sugar. You never want to eat it again.
Now heading to the Badlands to kill some Terran Empire ships.
Now, I always like, that's probably the only battle center where there's always something going on.
Yeah.
It's the easiest one to get your stuff done.
Okay. Chris, do you want to do one more before I get out of here, or are you pressed for time? Because I know that you do this on your break.
I'm off work this week. I've been sick. Remember.
I didn't realize you were sick the whole week. Would you like to do one more?
Yes, please.
What would you like to do?
Oh, I don't know. Don't make me choose.
What was that?
Counterpoint?
Sure. Do you want me to add you to the team?
Yes, please.
Oh, look at you.
That makes it slightly trickier to do counterpoint without you there, Joshua.
I'm on a different character, that's why.
Well, I found you. You're there. I will queue us up for counterpoint.
Maybe we can run in private with the full team.
Yeah, we could.
That means
Means nothing other than if we bail, we bail. Did that come up in advanced? Yeah, that came up in advanced. Okay. You won't get a wee woo.
Sadly.
Very sadly, yes.
We like our Weeboo protocol enabled.
Yes,
Or
yes,
engaged.
we do.
Weeboo protocol engaged.
I now have my Cardassian up to level 50.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
The only two I don't have is my Riemann and my Cage level 50.
I'm slowly... Oh, God. Fine, we'll take that one.
Saying that, I'm doing a pretty good job of getting all my tunes up to level 65.
Cliff, this is a private queue, so no weeboo.
Yeah.
Woo! Through the low
Silent Weeboo protocol engaged.
How about the silent treatment?
Who's glitching into me? Oh, for crying out loud, can
What?
someone just get this thing work? Yeah,
Chris and Cliff are friends forever.
I really hate that.
Privacy, it looks like.
Yep.
No, I don't.
Let's see if we can get this going here. Can you guys move independently? There you go.
Yeah, now we can. Jeez. That was unnecessary.
Yeah. Doesn't happen. Oh, it doesn't happen to me that often. I mean, I may be lucky. Oh, I've seen it happen. Usually it happens on ground stuff. I become somebody else.
You know what I need to do?
I have no idea.
On this character, I need to put all the Terran consoles on this ship.
Because...
For a Terran theme.
Hey, Sav, guess what I did yesterday after buying a whole bunch of Zen for myself that I saved all year for? And promised myself I was going to do it, and it's like, gosh darn it, there's a sale on, I'm going to do it. I went and bought more bank slots. Just so you can't complain about my inventory. I do that for you, Sav.
Yeah, I love that this ship is still buggy.
Don't forget to get all the portals closed. Good, everybody's going to the portal I'm going for. Fine, I'll go for a different one.
I was going for it first, but then suddenly 5 other people started going over here. It's like, excuse me.
Taz is going for the other one I was going for.
I'm not.
You're not Taz.
Then I'll help Deep Space Nine.
I'll just fly casually then.
I don't know. Fly casual.
At least it's not the Cerritos.
What do you want against Cerritos?
I think I might have to get a Cerritos for one of the Ed accounts and name it for Ed. He would love that.
Actually, Cerritos is a very good ship.
It is. It's a cute little ship. I have not watched Lower Decks for the last 2 episodes because of real life.
Yeah, I got rid of Paramount Plus.
I need to watch the New Worlds episode where they do the crossover between.
Oh, it's such a good one.
I haven't seen it yet.
So apparently, because
Crossover episode with
Tawny Newsome and was it Jack Quaid, Mariner and Spoimler. It's a good episode, but apparently Mariner and Boimler, the 2 actors, were doing a lot of improv because they come out of an improv background, and the people on Strange New Worlds aren't used to improv, and Jonathan Frakes wasn't expecting it either, and they're all like, oh, no, this works, this is good, we can stick with this.
I mean, I love that Frakes actually directed that episode because it was like, he's very open to stuff like that. Even if like it wasn't assumed and the production team wasn't actually keen on it, he still was like, yeah, this actually works.
Yeah. Sometimes really good directors are open to it.
He has a very good sense of those things. Like,
he does.
He knows when he can let his actors just do their thing, and he trusts them because he has a very. I think he has a very personable relationship with actors. He understands their point of view. Many directors just direct, but because he has a actor/director background, I think he has a better view of it.
Somebody once said a good director has a clear vision of what they want, and a bad director has a clear vision of what they want and isn't open to anybody else's interpretation. Even if their clear vision is really bad.
They might have a vision, it just might not be a very good one, but they will still be very adamant about keeping it, and then the movie flops.
Yep.
And the movie suffers from it. The movie, TV series.
It's not their fault. Sav says, leaps over saddle. Riker.
Riker? That was such a good one. Made me laugh. I think it made a lot of people laugh.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember, but I read that Riker, Frakes had a laugh out of that one as well.
Yeah, he seems to be a person who has a good sense of humor.
Oh yeah. I know when we're getting a good Star Trek episode, if he's a director on that one, he just God, he senses it so well. Like, look at First Contact.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, but that was a masterpiece. It still holds up today. I have a tendency to like watch reaction videos on YouTube to see how modern people react to like older films and stuff like that. And I had just someone who's very new to Trek watch First Contact, and they were so in love with everything. They felt that the movie was so balanced between humor elements, seriousness, the Trekky stuff, the nerdy stuff, and it looked so good. Like they had such a good vibe, and just overall so many good things aligned around that film. Like they had such a good people who were doing the post-processing with all the CGI and all the blending of the CGI and practical.
I think one of the things that makes First Contact work really well is that the CGI is not the primary way that they got their effects. There's so much practical effect.
I still love that. How to which extent did they go with that Borg Queen introduction for such a brief scene that you see only once? That it literally influenced everything in Trek later, because whenever you saw the Borg Queen later on, in Voyager and like even in Star Trek games, they had to do it. Yeah. Because that became so iconic. And they've done it so tastefully in such a way that I remember even Elise Creek saying, "Wow, they did such an amazing job in the post, because initially it just felt like it's going to look jagged or something, but they just really put it well together." Unfortunately, I don't know who was the director of the photography of that film, but they kind of screwed it up by making a cut. I don't know who made that cut.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
an editor then, most likely.
The editor, maybe, but that cut in the middle of that scene, if it was seamless, so unnecessary.
Sav
Because
says, I still love the scene with the Argo in Nemesis. Actually, that's one of my least favorite scenes.
Argo, you mean
The-
the one that when they're driving
Yeah.
high velocities?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay,
I
everybody's
don't-
entitled to their own taste, but...
I don't hate it, I just don't think it brings anything interesting. Just like, they just built it just for the sake of showing off the Argo because it has no other use for the film, so
Yep.
it's kind of like... it's fun to have Data say a remark about high velocities, but that's about it.
Suppose we ought to kill the Terek Norg, since that's one of our criteria here.
A high-speed delivery service.
I'm
Very nice,
thinking
21 of them, I
actually
like
doing-
that.
Yeah, well, you're better than UPS, that's for sure.
Is that saying
UPS.
anything? Taz, come kill this thing.
No,
I don't have a hate relationship for Nemesis like most people do. I still enjoy watching it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't think it's a bad film. It's just like it suffered from some writing issues. But I don't
It's-
think it's a terrible film. I think
It's not a terrible film.
I
It's,
did like Insurrection less. I did
Insurrection
like that.
has moments, but
It has moments. It's got good message, but there's
it's always
something.
good.
Generations isn't doing it for me either.
I think I found the niche of the Centauri mass-produced missile launchers.
yes.
Under high yield, they turn into nuclear warheads.
Oh, how lovely.
And well, nuclear warheads is not that impressive. But if you have it under concentrate firepower, and you have that covert warhead module,
Okay.
that's shared torpedo recharge to 1.5 seconds. You just see nuclear warheads, just a stream of nuclear warheads go pop, 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 dead.
Oh, I like that. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Sav says that scene is nowhere near as cringy as the data flotation device scene in Insurrection. This is true. The only thing I'm going to give them props for is when they were filming that, they were actually doing it in that lake in the spring, and it's runoff from a glacier. I cannot imagine how cold that water was.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
How many have I got through so far?
We are at 33,
Oh my
34.
God, you're going in for the record. I think this.
Oh, no. Dante was telling me when this was the event at one point that they were taking teams in and out of here and getting... no, excuse me, it was Frost. They were getting 50 assault teams landed.
Holy hell.
They have one person just killing everything and everybody else is doing little escorts back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What are we at?
my
We've got a
God.
minute 4 left.
Yeah, you still got your time. You got like 13 left to get to 50.
Probably not going to happen.
Don't burst this bubble.
I got tracked.
Well, I've done a good job though.
Yeah. I mean, somebody once told me they
Already
did
almost.
84, but I don't believe it. I'm coming in with another one here.
Nah. There's no enough time.
There isn't, no.
Unless they do like some sort of subspace jump or something.
Is there...
Now that may be a
41. I'm going to stay here, though, because I won't be able to circle back in 30 seconds.
42.
And have I noticed my breasts being firmer? That's a line I really hate.
What?
Sav was quoting a line from Insurrection.
Oh god, no.
I'm sorry, but- Being a type of female-y type person, that is not a line I would have ever said to another human being, male or female. Ever.
Oh, by the way.
Ever, ever, ever.
I don't think it's so implausible. I don't think even like in movies, like in TV shows, like Sex and the City, they would have said that kind of thing.
Maybe, maybe.
how
But it's...
But it's a maybe.
As somebody said, yeah, that's proof that a guy wrote this.
Yeah, we can already tell they're sexual orientation by that line.
Who knows the name of Mr. Big?
Have you noticed your breast getting fat?
Mr. Big, in real life? I mean, I know who the actor is, I think.
No, in the show.
Oh, I have no clue. Never saw the show.
Haven't lost a lot. Aw, look, the paradox is growing new things.
I mean, I know
They
what
like it.
Sex and the City is in terms of it's a TV show. Now we are at the total cap of my knowledge of that show.
It's just... I mean, kind of did some good stuff in terms of, like, allowing some sex topics to become a bit more talked about and not being taboo, but other than that, yeah.
274 mark.
Very nice. Very
Wow,
nice.
How
indeed.
much did you see the final stat of how many have you delivered?
43.
Wow, jeez, I don't think I've ever seen that high number.
44 landed.
44.
Very nice.
And look, I
Yeah.
brought in the Cerritos. Because apparently during this TFR you can actually swap your ship at will.
Oh,
Sex and the City was on from 1998 to 2004. 1998 to 2004, I was primarily working at the University of Chicago Hospitals and with Fresenius Medical Care, the Extracorporeal Alliance, which meant I was either in a hospital room or in my office or on a train, and then later in
Yeah.
a hospital room, my office, or on
Very
an
far away
airplane.
from
I
TV.
didn't see it once.
Yeah, very far away from any TV sets that were showing anything entertainment
No,
related.
it's not having time. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go downstairs and start doing the shopping for a new bed. Actually, I've done the shopping for a new bed. I'm going to go start doing the buying of a new bed. And for everybody else, might be on tonight because with Ed being sick, I won't have to drive him to the office. So maybe I'll be on tonight. Maybe we can do a show for Switch.
Alright then.
And I was going to go see Gladiator 2, but I'm going to say, based on comments here, maybe not. And I need a new pillow. Yes, thank you, Sab, for reminding me. I do need to buy a new pillow. Technically 4 of them. Because in theory, at some point, maybe I won't be the only person on the bed. I suppose I could get 2 and just pile them up on top of each other. But the dogs like to sleep on them. So we will let the dog go sleep on them. So everyone have a wonderful day. We might see you in 12 hours or so. Thank you all for being here today. I do appreciate it. You may return to your normal life. Gladiator 2 sucks at historical... And Hans Zimmer did not do the score. Okay, that in and of itself is a thing.
Well, that just kills the movie.
Really?
That was
Yep,
one
absolutely.
of the elements that made the first one.
I love Hans Zimmer music. Yeah.
Zimmer and that singer, the female singer.
You mentioned her name, yes. The one that does a lot of the stuff.
I forgot her name. I hate this. I keep forgetting.
Not Hans Gruber.
Oh my God.
His soundtracks would be like, splat. It's the Hans Gruber soundtrack. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day and stay moopsome. Moopsy. Shun the unbelievers. Shun.